Alright. I hate mornings, mate.
We're going out just for the day, going off somewhere far away, out to the country, maybe to the sea, the mountains I can go, it's free. The sky is blue, the sun's gonna shine, better hurry up and nearly 9. This is the day that's just for us, we're going out on a bus.
Hiya, Les.
Who's that?
Carol. It's Carol, Les.
Hello, love. Hey, can you see me back across the road? You're early today, aren't you?
Yeah, we're going out on a trip.
Where to?
I don't know, it's somewhere far away, I forget.
Are they all done?
Only the kids in the progress class.
The what?
Don't you know what the progress class is? It's Mrs. K's class. You go down there in a week if you can't do reading, writing or sums. If you're backward like.
By Christ, I bet she's kept busy. They're all bloody backward round here.
No, I gotta go now, Les. I'm gonna be late and there's Briggs.
Ta-ra, girl.
Yeah, see you, Les.
Hey, you. Don't move.
I beg your pardon.
Wait. There.
Look, man, I've not got the time to...
No one crosses the road without the assistance of the lollipop man. No one.
Look, man,
The government hires me.
but there's nothing coming.
How do you know? How do you know that a truck or a car is going to come speeding out to one of them side roads? A, how can you set an example to the kids if you're content to walk under the wheels of a juggernaut? That's why the government hires me.
Mrs. K's progress class, we're the ones who never pass. We're going out on Mrs. K, we're going out today.
Give me a bit of peace and I'll get you all sorted out. Right now, look. All those who've got permission to come on the trip, but who haven't yet paid, I want you over here. Morning, Mr. Briggs.
Morning. Come on, you two, where are you supposed to be? Move!
Gotta pack lunch, got money to spend. Gonna get to see near my best friend. Just can't wait to get away from here. Gonna bring me mum a souvenir.
Sit down, why don't you, Mr. Briggs?
When was this arranged?
Don't talk to me about it. After the last trip of hers, I said no more. Absolutely no more. Look, here's a complaint from the residents of Derbyshire.
Well, how the hell she arranged this then?
It was done in my absence. When I was away conference, George approved it. He wasn't aware of the ban on remedial department outings.
It'll have to be cancelled.
She'll resign if it is.
Good. The school will be better off without her.
There aren't many of her types left now. And by and by, she does a good job with her counting machines and plasticine. It's just when she gets loose with them.
Okay, I'll have to go with her, won't I?
If you want.
Briggs, come away from that road.
Oh, I'm sorry, miss.
Here, come on inside when it's safe.
Hey miss, hang on. Can we come with you, miss? Can we? Hey.
Come on, miss, don't be tight. Let's come.
Go on, miss, say yeah.
Brian, you know it's a trip for the progress class.
Yeah, well, we used to be in the progress class, didn't we?
But Brian, you're not in the progress any longer, are you? Now that you can read and write, you're back in your normal classes.
Oh, miss, come on.
Brian, you know that I willingly take you, but it's not up to me. Who's your form teacher?
Briggsy.
Well, I'll tell you what. If you get his permission, I'll let you come with us.
Oh, you're sound, miss.
Brian, bring a note.
Ah, miss, what for?
Because I wasn't born yesterday. And I know if I don't ask you to bring a note, you'll hide behind that wall for 2 minutes, come back and tell me Mr. Briggs gave permission.
As if we do something like that.
I want it in writing.
Where are we going, Amy?
Carol, Miss Duncan's just told you. Conway. We're going to Conway.
Well, is that in England, miss? It's in Wales, Carol. But we have to get a boat.
Sorry I'm late, car wouldn't start.
Are you sick? Are you sick?
Oh, hiya girls. Mrs. K.
Sick. I thought for a minute you weren't going to even come on a trip. The hours are broken.
Yeah.
Miss, how are we going to get there? By coach, Carol. All right, you lot can get on now.
Hey!
Right! Just stop here! No one move!
But Miss said we could get on.
Oh, did she?
Yeah.
Well, let me tell all of yous or something. Miss is not the driver of the bus. I am. And if I say you don't get on, you don't get on. This is my bus, I'm the boss of the bus. I've been driving it 50 years. This is my bus, I'm the boss of the bus. Just in back your ears. I'm the number one, I'm the driver man. And you kids don't get on, so I say you can. This is my bus, I'm the boss of the bus. The less that I want learn. This is my bus, I'm the boss of the bus. And as far as I can turn. If you want to come one up from me, all I need is outside door for the GCSE. Don't want no lemonade, no sweets, don't want no chewing gum. Please don't get stuck to the seats, I respect your one message of home. This is my bus, I'm the boss of the bus. Seen it all before. This is my bus, I'm the boss of the bus. I don't want to go on the floor. I don't want no mess, I don't want no fuss. Keep your dick and promote my bus. This is my bus.
He's the boss of us.
This is my bus.
He's the boss of us.
This is my bus.
He's the boss of us.
This is my bus.
He's the boss of us. There's nothing wrong with us.
Get off my bus!
Some of the matter, driver.
You're in charge of this lot, madam.
Yeah.
We haven't checked them, have you?
Check them. Check them for what?
Chocolate and lemonade. We don't allow it. I've seen it before, madam. 52. Vomiting kids. It's no joke. Sorry, but we don't allow that.
All right, driver, I'll check them for you. Right, now listen, all of you, listen. If any of you have brought chocolate or lemonade with you, I want you to put up your hand. There you are, driver, all right?
No, it's not all right. They have to be searched. You can't just believe kids.
Can I have a word with you, driver? In private. What's your name, driver?
My name? Well, I don't usually give my name.
Oh, go on. What's your name?
Schofield. Ronnie Adolf Schofield.
Oh, right.
Some kids, they call me Lawson, but I never understood that.
Adolf.
My granddad, he was a German. Got killed in war.
German.
Bombed our chippy.
I bet he was popular.
Yeah, lousy chippy.
Oh, right. Anyway, Ronnie, whatever your name is, take a look at those streets. Ronnie, would you say they were the sort of streets that our prosperous parents?
Well, we do usually do the better schools.
All right. You don't like these kids, I can see that. Did you really have to cause them so much pain?
What have I said? I only told them to wait.
Ronnie, the kids in me today don't know what it is to look at a bar of chocolate. Lemonade, Ronnie. Lemonade never touches their lips. These are the children, Ronnie. Stand outside shop windows in the pouring rain, looking, longing, but never getting. Even at Christmas time, when your kids from the better school are singing carols, opening presents, these kids are left outside, left to water the cold, cruel streets.
see what sweet you can get with that.
Mrs. K,
Yeah?
what did you say to him?
I lied like hell, of course. All right, now listen, all of you, listen. We'll be setting off for Conway in a couple of minutes. Yes! Now we want everyone to enjoy themselves today. And so I don't want any silly squabbling, and I don't want anybody doing anything dangerous either to themselves or to others. That's the only rule we're going to have today. You think of yourselves. You think of others as well.
Miss, we're coming. Miss, we're coming with you.
Where's the note, Brian?
He didn't give us one, miss. He's coming himself. He said to wait.
Always coming to keep an eye on us.
To make sure we don't enjoy ourselves.
Well, I suppose we'll just have to deal with him the best way that we can.
Right, you, move. Why? Because we claimed the back seat. That's why.
But you're not even in the progress though. Hey, hard face, we used to be so shit.
Now move before I'm into you. Riley, Dixon, sit down. I said sit down now, move.
Sir, I ain't gonna see.
Well, find one, boy, find one.
We've got some real bright sparks here, Mrs. K. A right bunch.
Well, I suppose we just might manage to survive now that you've come to look after us, Mr. Briggs.
The boss thought it might be a good idea if you had an extra member of staff. Looking at this, I'd say he was right. There's a few of them I could sling off right now. Linda Crossley, what are you doing? Sit down, girl! Right. We wouldn't like to think that we don't want you to enjoy yourself today, because we do. But a lot of you won't have been on a school outing before, and therefore won't know how to enjoy yourselves. So I'll tell you. To enjoy a trip upon a coach, we sit upon our seats. We do not wander up and down the aisles. We do not use obscenities or throw each other sweets. We talk politely, quietly, nod and smile. There will be no shouting on this outing, will there? Will there?
No, sir.
No, sir. No, sir. We look nicely through the windows at the pretty scenery. We do not raise our voices, feet or fists. And I do not... Are you listening, girl? I do not want to see two fingers raised to passing motorists. To enjoy this treat, just stay in your seat. Be quiet, be good, and behave.
I've got him! I've got loads!
Where have you been?
Getting sweet, sir!
Sweet! Sweet!
Thank you, Marissa.
Can I have a word with you?
Pardon.
In private.
The thing is, about these kids, they're like lost little souls, lost and wandering the cruel, heartless streets.
How are you getting on with Miss, sir?
We saw you, sir, going into that pub with you.
Are you in love with her, sir?
Oh no, you've all got sweets, haven't you?
Says in love, says in love.
What's it, Brian?
What, miss?
You know what?
Oh, mate, he's in love with you though, isn't he, miss?
I bet he wants to marry you, miss.
You'd be better off with me, miss. I'm better looking. I'm sexier.
Brian, little boys shouldn't try to act like men. The day might come when their words are put to the test.
Any day, miss. Any day.
What did she say? What did she say?
She said she fancies me.
Well, we've got a right head case of a driver.
We're off in a motor car. 60 couples are after us and we don't know where we are. We turned around the corner, eating a Christmas pie. Along came a copper and he hit me in the eye. I went to tell me mother wasn't in. I went to tell me father and he kicked me in the bin. be wearing pink pajamas when she comes. She'll be wearing pink pajamas when she comes. She'll be wearing pink pajamas, wearing pink pajamas, wearing pink pajamas when she comes.
Riley, lights up.
Where's Brixie?
Up the front, you're alright, I'll keep an eye out for you.
Alright. You've got stickies. I'm gonna tell Miss.
Tell her, she won't do nothing anyway.
I'll tell Sir.
You do, and I'll gob you.
Come on, open that window, you.
Why?
Why do you think? So we can get a bit of fresh air.
There's no fresh air around here. You just want to smoke, and smoking stunts your growth.
I'll stunt your growth if you don't get it open. I'll open it for you. Right, give us a ciggy. Sort off, get your own ciggies. Go on. I opened the window for you.
We told you, you're not getting no ciggy.
Oh, Ta! Put it out! Say that wasn't. I said put it out, lad. Now get to the front of the coach.
Was that your ciggy, Riley?
Sir, swear on me mother, I didn't.
Don't listen to him, sir. How can he swear on his mother? She's been dead 10 years.
All right. We don't want any arguments. There'll be no smoking if I stay down here, will there?
She'll be coming round the mountain when she comes. She'll be coming round the mountain when she comes. She'll be coming round the mountain, coming round the mountain, coming round the mountain when she comes. She'll be wearing pink pajamas when she comes. She'll be wearing pink pajamas when she comes. She'll be wearing pink pajamas, wearing pink pajamas, wearing pink pajamas when she comes.
Isn't it horrible, Amy? You know, all the things you like, the dirt and that. I like the nice places. Which places? No, places on the telly with gardens and trees outside and that.
Oh, you got trees and piles of trees, haven't you?
Planted some after the rice for the kids, chopped them down and burned them on bonfire night. This, you know, when I grew up, you know, if I worked hard and learned to read and write, do you think I could live in one of them nice places?
Well, you could try one. Country way.
Yeah.
Now just look at that. What? Look, those buildings. Don't you ever observe what's around you?
It's only the docks, sir.
You don't get buildings like that anymore. Just look at the work that must have gone into that.
Do you like it down here then, sir?
There's some up and down here at weekends taking photographs. Are you listening, Riley? There's a wealth of history, though, that won't be here much longer.
My old fella used to work down here.
What did he think of it?
He hated it.
Well, you tell him to take another look, and he might just appreciate it.
I'll have a job. I haven't seen him for 3 years.
Oh, look! There's Shannon! Shannon! Shannon!
Linda Crossley!
What?
Don't you want me, young lady? And what sort of outfit is that for a school outing?
What? Mrs. Kay never said nothing about it.
You're not talking to Mrs. Kay now.
Yeah, I know.
Listen, young lady. I don't like your attitude. I don't like you one bit.
What? I haven't said nothing, have I?
I'm talking about your attitude. And I'm telling you, carry on like this. And when we get to Conway, you'll be spending your time on the coach.
I don't care. Don't want to see no crappy tackle anyway.
Just count yourself lucky, you know, lad. No, I'm warning. Don't have any more unpleasantness on this trip. And I shall see to it that it's the last you ever go on. Is that understood? Is it?
Yeah.
It better have be. You, what's your name? Wake up.
Me, sir.
What's your name?
McNally, sir.
Right, McNally, go and sit at the back.
Oh, I don't like the back.
Never mind what you like, go and sit at the back, girl. Right, Andrews, how long have you been smoking?
Sir, I don't. Sir, since I was 8.
How old are you now?
Sir, 13, sir.
What do your parents say about it?
Well, my mum, she says nothing about it. But when my dad gets home, sir, he belts me.
Because you smoke?
No, sir, because I won't give him one.
Your father works away from home, does he?
What? No?
You said when he comes home. I thought you meant he was away a lot.
Well, he is. He comes round every now and then as a barney with my mum. I think he tries and gets money out of her. She don't give it him. I hate him. We all hate him.
You must realise it's bad for your health.
Oh, I do, sir. I've got a terrible cough.
Then why don't you pack it in?
Because I can't, sir.
13 and you can't stop smoking.
No, sir.
Well, you better not let me catch you again.
No, sir, I won't.
Look, there's a tunnel. The lazy tunnel is 3 miles under the roof. It's made of glass, so that you can drive right in and watch the ships go past. There's a porthole every 5 yards. They open it every night. It lets in all the water and it washes away the shine. The lazy tunnel is 3 miles under the roof. It's made of glass, so that you can drive right in and watch the ships go past. There's a porthole every 5 yards. They open it every night. It lets in all the water and it washes away the shine. The lazy tunnel is 3 miles under the roof. It's made of glass, so that you can drive right in and watch the ships go past. There's a porthole every 5 yards. They open it every night. It lets in all the water and it washes away the shite. Shite!
Sir, are we in Wales yet?
Sir, I need the toilet.
Yes, well, you should have thought of that before you got on the coach, shouldn't you?
Sir, I've got a weak bladder.
An auto control will help strengthen it.
Sir, I'm wet here myself.
Oh, he's stopping for toilet,
Go on,
so
then.
go on.
Shut up, Molly, shut up! I said shut up! Sorry, Mrs. Kay, sorry.
Mr. Briggs, I would like to go to the toilet myself.
Sir,
Yes, Milton!
sir, I wonder if you're aware that over 600 people die per year from ruptured bladders.
Pull into the toilet up ahead, will you? Right. We're stopping for 2 minutes. Just 2 minutes. Those who need the toilets, off you go.
Right, lads. Won't be long before we're in Wales.
Wales, that's in the country, isn't it, sir?
Yeah, a lot of it's countryside.
Lots of woods, eh, sir?
Woods, yes, and mountains.
And you're going to show Mr. Woods, are you, sir?
Just watch it, try it.
Ah, I only meant you're going to show him the plants and the trees.
I know quite well what you meant. If I were to put that flag out before Briggs catches you. If he does, you'll spend the rest of the day in the front of the coach. You don't want that, do you, now? Come on, put it out.
I'll show Mr. Woods for you, sir.
Come on, Riley, get on the back of the coach. Come on, you lot, get on now. Okay, Ronnie, bring that forward now.
Yeah? Miss, I need the toilet.
Shut up!
Get ready! I hope it's your back bridge. Whoa!
Wow. It's boring. It's really boring. Another minute here and I'll be snoring. Looking at loads of roads. Miss, when are we going to stop? There's nothing to do. Only look at the view. And if you've seen one hill, you've seen the bleeding lot. God, it's boring. Isn't it boring? It's boring. It's really boring.
Ronnie, I was wondering if there was somewhere we could stop for a while. Have a cup of coffee and let him stretch the legs and that.
Well, there's a cafe just up ahead. Do you want me to pull in?
Yeah, thanks, John.
All right, let's get this straight. We're only stopping for a quarter of an hour. When you leave the bus, you will get in line and wait. We do not want this visit turning sour.
It's alright, everybody, there will still be lots of time for you to stretch your legs and let off steam. You're free to leave the bus now, but please don't go getting lost. The shops that wait for those who want ice cream.
All right, well, that's enough. You're behaving like a gang of common scrubs.
Buy the book, Briggs.
Yes, why not buy the book? I want them looking tidy.
That's something they'll never look.
Come on now, get in line. I said line up, do what you're told.
For a straight line is a wonderful thing to behold.
Now, the people who run these places provide a good and valuable service to travellers like ourselves. And therefore, I want to see this place treated with the sort of respect it deserves. Now, come on, in line, Jules. Riley, in line, lad. Now, come on. Bronson, where do you think you are?
Well, sir.
Just get in line, girl. All right, that's looking fine. Chaos turns to order in a stroke.
It's quite amazing, Mr. Briggs, they're standing in a line.
And it's important, Mrs. K. It's not a joke.
Oh yes, of course it's serious, I'm terribly impressed. Such achievements are the hallmark of the great. A quite remarkable example of a very straight line. Congratulations, Mr. Briggs, it's running straight.
I think that's good, don't you?
They do so well, at starting 2 by 2.
They give us credit, Mrs. K.
That's true. You stake your reputation on a stationary queue.
Come on, it's better than a rabble, there they are as good as gold.
Oh, a straight line is a wonderful thing to behold.
With organisation, Mrs. K, with organisation it can be done. Stop! I said stop!
Oh, come on, leave them. Not got the apple glass.
54, the chocolate bars are 54.
That's lovely.
They're only 30 pence down our way.
Yeah, and the twice signs.
Hey, missus, get us one of them from up there.
Where are your teachers? They should be in here with you.
What for? They couldn't afford anything the prices you charge.
There's a surcharge for school parties, and if you don't like it, you can get out.
Isn't it nice? Just to get away from them for a couple of minutes.
To be quite honest, Mrs. K, I think we should be in there looking after them.
Put that down. Keep it empty yourselves. Oh, keep it empty. Now, just a minute. Give it out. Come on, put it back.
You big robber!
How much is penny shoes? 10 pence. The penny shoes are 10 pence. They're called penny shoes. Yes, they're called penny shoes, but they cost 10 pence each. That's robbery. Don't you think if the penny shoes cost 10 pence each, they should be called 10 penny shoes? But they're not called 10 penny shoes, they're called penny shoes, and they cost 10 pence each.
I hope you realise this represents a serious breach of the Trade Subscriptions Act.
And I hope you realise that if you don't shut up, there'll be a serious breach of your bloody head.
Please don't chip.
No!
It's not just our school to think of, you know, Mrs. K. What about those who come after us? They're dependent on the goodwill of the people who run these places.
Considering the profit that they make from the kids, I don't really think they have much to complain about. Mr. Briggs, I did not ask you to come on this trip.
No, but the headmaster did.
Penny shoes are 10 pence in this car. Yes, penny shoes are 10 pence in this car. They say prices are inflated, but it's robbery, let's face it. When penny shoes are 10 pence, what a laugh. Well, it would have cost us more than we have got. Yes, it would have cost us more than we have got. Who swindle and defraud it when they know we can't afford it?
Yeah, thanks, Jackie.
Here, sir.
What is it?
Just come on, just see what I tell you.
Go on.
Hey, sir, come on, sit down. I don't want everyone to hear.
Well, what is it? You're not going to tell me a joke, are you? Hey, look, I'll have to go. I've got...
No, sir, listen. She said I wouldn't tell you, but I will. Sir, I think you're lovely.
Linda?
Yeah, I told him. I said I would. Oh, God, he's boss him, isn't he, eh? You've got no chance. He's going with me. He might chuck her. Might start going with me. Might marry me. Oh, yeah. You'll end up with someone like your old fella. You're just jealous of you, girl. Oh, get lost. I'm in love with Sarah, but Sarah doesn't care. 'Cause Sarah's in love with that over there. With the air, it isn't fair. If I was the wife of a man like Sarah, my life would not be full of trouble and care. I'd look forward to the night and we'd make a perfect pair, me and Sarah. I'm in love with Sarah, but Sarah doesn't care. 'Cause Sarah's in love with her over there. With the air, it isn't fair. If I married Sarah, then I'll be nice. I wouldn't need to work and we could stay in every night. We'd have some lovely holidays and I would wash his collars really white. I'm in love with Sarah, but Sarah doesn't care. 'Cause Sarah's in love with her over there. In the air, it isn't fair. You'll be the wife of a man like your dad. He'll disappear when you grow fast. You'll be left with the kids and you'll live in a council flat. She's in love with Sarah, but Sarah doesn't care. 'Cause Sarah's in love with her over there. With the air, it isn't fair. I'm in love with Sarah.
You know what Mrs. K's problem is, don't you? Well, she thinks I can't see through all this woolly-minded liberalism. You know what I mean, all right?
You soft, yeah.
I mean, she has her methods and I have mine. But this setting herself up as a champion of the non-academics, I mean, it might look like loving kindness, but it doesn't fool me. And it doesn't do the kids a scrap of good. I think you've got to risk being disliked if you're going to do anything for kids like these. You know what I mean? I mean, they've got enough freedom at home, haven't they, with their £5 pocket money, little hours and video games, you know what I mean? I don't know about you, but to me, her philosophy's all over the place.
Actually, I don't think it's got anything to do with the formula philosophy.
You mean you've not noticed all this anti-establishment, just like the kids run wild, don't check 'em sort of attitude?
Of course I've noticed it, but she's like it all the time.
Well, what is the method she works with then, hey? I mean, come on, you know better than me. You tell me.
Well, for one thing, she likes them.
Who?
Kids. She likes kids.
What's that got to do with it?
The point behind this trip is for the kids to have a good day out.
And isn't that what I'm saying? But if the kids are going to have a good and stimulating day out, it's got to be better planned and executed than this. Hey, what's this? Where are we going? This is the way to Conway.
Oh, it's all right, Mr. Briggs. I've checked with the driver and we thought it might be a good idea if we called in at the zoo. We've got plenty of time.
But this trip was arranged so we could visit Conway Castle.
Ooh, we're going there as well. I know you're very fond of ruins. All right, now listen all you. There's an added bonus. We decided to call in here at the zoo. Yay! Now the rest of the staff will be around if you want to know anything about the various animals. Although it's not much good asking me, because I don't know one monkey from the next.
Mrs. K.
But, progress class. We are very lucky today to have Mr. Briggs. Because Mr. Briggs is something of an expert in natural history. Something of a David Bellamy, aren't you, Mr. Briggs? So if you want to know anything about the animals, you ask Mr. Briggs. So come on then, are you things on the coach?
She'll be coming down the mountain when she goes. She'll be coming down the mountain when she goes. She'll be coming down the mountain, coming down the mountain, coming down the mountain when she goes.
Oi! You lazy! Come Ed, wake up! Come on, get up, you lazy get!
Alright, ugly.
Oh, the strange, eh? Suze. I mean, like, who's watching who?
Who's watching, who's watching, who's watching it? Hey! Who's watching, who's watching, who's watching it? Hey! Who's watching, who's watching, who's watching it? Hey! Who's watching, who's watching, who's watching it? Hey!
Boring. It's really boring. The lions are all asleep, and they're not even roaring. It's only a load of parrots feeding monkeys and giraffes. It isn't worth a carrot. I came here for the laugh.
But it's boring. It's really boring. We should have stayed at school and done some drawing. The zoo's just stupid animals. Some of them are smelly. I think zoos are better when you watch them on the telly. Because they're boring. They're really boring.
Come Ed.
Who's watching, who's watching, who's watching it? Hey! Who's watching, who's watching, who's watching it? Hey!
Yes, and a brown bear is an extremely dangerous animal. You see those claws? They could leave a really nasty mark.
Could it kill you, sir?
Well, why do you think they keep us in a pit?
I think that's cruel, sir. Don't you?
No, not really. Don't forget, Ronson, that an animal like this would have been born into captivity. It's always had walls around it, so it won't know any other sort of existence, now will it?
I'll bet it does. And how do you know? Sir told you, didn't he? Well, if it was born in a cage, and it lived all its life in a cage, it won't know anything different, will it? And it won't want anything different. Well, why does it kill people then?
What's that got to do with it, dipstick?
It kills people because people are cruel to it. Because they keep it in here, in this pit. So when it gets out, it's bound to go mad and want to kill people. Can't you see?
Sir, she's thick. Tell her shut up.
I'm not sick. Even if it lived all its life in there, must know, mustn't it, sir?
No, what, Ronson?
No bad other ways of living, about being free. Sir, if it was free, it could roam about like. It's best to make friends with you then, wouldn't it?
Well, I wouldn't be absolutely sure about that, Ronson.
Sir's right. Bears kill you, because it's in them to kill you.
Hey, sir, can we go to the pet corner?
No way, sir. Let's stay here and see the big ones.
We'll get round the wall eventually.
Well, come on then, sir. Let's go to the pet corner.
No, walk properly, properly.
Oh, hey, sir. Oh, yeah, the teacher's lecture lingo.
Are you getting on? Fine new questions, are they?
Yes, they've been very good.
Well, I was just on my way to the cafe to have a cup of coffee. Fancy joining me?
Well, I was actually just on my way to Pet's Corner.
It's all right, sir. We'll go on our own.
They'll be all right.
What can these people be trusted, Mrs. K?
They'll be all right. Call the Susan walking round and the police will go all in.
It's all right, sir. You go off and have a couple of miss. You can trust us.
Ah, can I though? If I go for a cup of tea with Mrs. K, can you people be trusted to act responsibly?
Yes, sir.
Oh, come on.
Hey, sir. What kind of bear's that, sir?
Let me see. It's a macaw. They're very good talkers.
God, I told you it wasn't a parrot. Live there, fool. Live there, fool. Oh, come on, say it, you dislocated sparrow.
Who's watching, who's watching, who's watching it? Hey! Who's watching, who's watching, who's watching it? Hey!
Naughty Mrs. K.
Oh, call me Ellen. Do you know, I loathe being called Mrs. K. You know, I was trying to get all the kids to call me by my first name. They were outraged they wouldn't do it, so he's got on with his K again. Oh, no monkey, thanks.
They're really quite interested, the children, aren't they?
In the animals? Oh yeah. It's such help having you along, because you know so much about this sort of thing.
Well, I wouldn't say I was an expert, but you know, perhaps when we're back at school I could come along to your department and show you some slides I got.
Would you really? Mr. Briggs would love that.
Well, I'll sort out which free periods I've got, and we'll arrange it for them.
Who's watching, who's watching, who's watching? Hey! Who's watching, who's watching, who's watching? Hey!
Ready when you are. Have your back? It's amazing. We came around the corner and they're all there, lined up, waiting to get on the coach.
Well, wonderful never cease.
Okay then. Well, look at this, Mrs. K. They're learning at last, eh? Right, we'll take some presents. On to the coach then.
She'll be coming round mountain when she comes. She'll be coming round mountain when she comes. She'll be coming round mountain, going round mountain, going round mountain when she comes. She'll be wearing pink pajamas when she comes. She'll be wearing pink pajamas when she comes. She'll be wearing pink pajamas, wearing pink pajamas, wearing pink pajamas when she comes.
Hold it right there!
Hello, have we forgotten something?
You're supposed to be in charge of this lot.
Yeah, why?
Children? They're not bloody children. They're animals. The zoo's supposed to be back there, not in here.
Now, would you mind telling me exactly what's going on?
Right, where are they?
What?
You bloody well know what!
Now, would you mind controlling your language and tell me exactly what's going on?
Clock, clock, clock.
No! No! My baby! Breathe! Can't let you go! Right, come on! Now on the rest of them! Hand them over!
I trusted all of you lot. I trusted all of you lot, but it is obvious that trust is something you people know nothing about. Just shut up, girl!
Come on now. Take the animals back. Move!
Oh, Jesus, Riley, no! Oh, God. Oh, my God, no! That man was right. The zoo's not back there, it's here. You're animals, a lot of you. That's why you've always been treated like animals. Why you've always been treated like animals, and why you will always be treated like animals! Animals! Split into 4 groups, Mrs. K. Each member of staff will be responsible for 1 group. It will take approximately 1¼ hours to tour the castle. And at 3:15 we will reassemble at the coach. Walk round in twos, and I mean walk. Right, my group this way. Now, you see those large square holes just below the battlements? Long planks of wood were supported there, and that is where the archers would fire from if the castle was under attack. Something really interesting up there. If you look at that tower, you'll see that it's not quite perpendicular. What does perpendicular mean?
I don't know, stairs.
Yes, Milton.
Straight up.
Are you listening, girl? You just might learn something. I find it so depressing, I just can't understand your failure to appreciate a thing so fine and grand. Your heritage, your history, you can touch it with your hand. The Yanks are nothing like it.
They've got Disneyland.
Disneyland? That's not the same at all. This is history, this is real. It should make you feel so proud to thrill towards. Just standing here for centuries, just how does that make you feel? Come on, speak up, don't mumble, girl.
That it makes us feel that bored.
Bored? Yes. And you'll be bored forever. Do you want to know why? Because you put nothing in. You invest in nothing. And when you invest in nothing, you get nothing in return. Now come on, quickly. Move!
Now these walls are very deadly, this is 50 feet. Just think how cold it must have been with no hill form or bits. Even in the summertime it must have been quite cold.
I wonder how they managed it to keep warm in days of old. Tell us, then go on, tell us everything you know. We want to learn from you, say yes we do. We really think you're great, then tell us everything you know. We'd be really great instead if all teachers were like you.
Well, did obviously. Hey, where have all the others gone?
Oh, sir, they kept dropping out as you were talking.
Oh,
It's
God.
alright, sir. We're interesting. You keep showing us around.
Alright, what was I saying?
You were telling us how they kept warm in the olden days.
Well, for one thing, Linda, they wore much thicker clothing.
Even damsels in distress.
I expect they all have more sense than to walk around half dressed.
We've seen this movie once, so when they have no better ways to keep each other cozy, there back in them olden days. Tell us, then go on, tell us everything you know. We want to learn from you, say yes we do. We really think you're great, then tell us everything you know. We'd be really great instead if all teachers were like you. Sir, it says spooky in here. I think it's haunted.
Oh, don't be silly.
But I'm frightened.
Hey, Linda.
But I am frightened. Yes, so am I.
Hey, there's nothing to be frightened of. There's no such thing as ghosts. Just look how this position gives a clear view of the coast.
But we'd rather look at you, sir.
Yes, but girls, you're here to learn.
Oh, say you're so impressive when you behave so strong and firm. Tell us, sir, go on, then we won't be scared at all. We feel so warm and safe when we're with you. We know you will protect us, sir, 'cause you're all strong and tall. And if we can't believe in ghosts, we can still believe in you. It touched me! It touched me!
What did?
It did!
It did.
Come on, girls.
Why don't you go and have a look around the castle, Carol? You haven't seen it yet.
Miss, I don't want to, it's horrible. I'd rather sit here with you and look at the lake.
That's the sea.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Miss, I've just had this great idea. Wouldn't it be great if we had something like this castle round their way? Then we'd have somewhere to play and we wouldn't get into trouble.
Miss, we couldn't have nothing like this round our way though, could we?
Why not?
Because if we had something like this round our way, we'd only wreck it. The corporation knows that. So why should they waste their time and money? They give us nice things if we looked after them, but we don't, do we?
Miss, do you know what I think about this?
Go on, John, what?
I think if it was ours and it wasn't the corporations, then maybe we'd defend it, we'd look after it. You know, not let anybody wreck it. Do you know what I mean, miss?
Yeah, I think I do. What's you saying?
Right, come on, you two move.
Sir, where?
Anywhere, girl, just move. I want to talk to Mrs. K. Well, come on.
I was talking to those children.
Yes, and I'm talking to you, Mrs. Kay. This has got to stop.
Pardon me. What's going to stop?
What? Can you see? It's a shambles, the whole ill-organised affair. Just look what they did at the zoo. Look! They just left to race and chase and play havoc. God knows what the castle authorities must think. Now look, when you bring children like this into this sort of environment, you can't afford just to let them roam free. They're like town dogs let a police in the country. My God, for some of them it's the first time they've been farther than Burke and Hen.
I know, and I was just thinking, it's a shame really, isn't it? We bring them out to a crumbling pile of bricks and mortar, and they think they're in the fields of heaven.
You are on their side, aren't you?
Absolutely, Mr. Briggs. Absolutely.
Look, all I want to know is what you're going to do about all this chaos.
Well, I'd suggest that if you want the chaos to stop, just simply look at it, not as chaos, for what it actually is. Kids with a bit of space around them making a bit of noise. All right, the I'd ask you to come along, but can't you just relax? There's no point in pretending a day out of Wales is going to be of some great educational benefit to them. It's too late for that. Many of these kids were rejects the day they came into the world. We're not going to solve anything today, Mr. Briggs. Can't we just give them a good day out? At least we could try and do that.
What a fine attitude, isn't it? What a fine attitude for a member of the teaching profession. Just look at this mess, look. God knows what's going to happen next. Oh, Jesus Christ, no.
Never lose control.
you think you can teach them?
Well, what's your alternative, eh? Pretending that they've got some sort of future ahead of them. Even if you cared for these kids, you couldn't help to make a future for them. You won't educate them because nobody wants them educated.
Listen, Mrs. K.
No! You listen, Mr. Briggs. You listen, perhaps you'll stop fooling yourself. Teach them? Teach them what? You'll never teach them because nobody knows what to do with them. 10 years ago, you could teach them to stand in a line. You could teach them to obey, to expect a little more than a lousy factory job, and now they haven't even got that to aim for. Mr. Briggs, you won't teach them because you're in a job that's designed and funded to fail. There's nothing for them to do, any of them. Most of these kids were born for factory fodder, but the factories have closed down.
And I suppose that's the type of stuff you've been pumping into their minds.
And you really think they'd understand?
Listen, Mrs. K, I'm not going to spend any more time arguing with you. You may have organised this visit, but I'm the one who was sent by the headmaster to supervise. Now either you take control of the children in your charge, or I shall be forced to abandon this visit and order everyone home.
Well, that's your decision, but I'm not going to let you prevent the kids from having some fun. If you want to abandon this visit, you better start walking, because we're not going home. We're going down to the beach.
The beach?
Well, yeah. You can't come all the way to the seaside and not pay a visit to the beach. Chorley, round everybody up. Come on, everybody, we're going down to the beach.
The castle's just a load of stones, it's boring and it's dead. Can't even find the cannons 'cause they're blocked up at the end. So we're going to the seashore, a mistake we can. We'll build a better castle there with just a bloody sand.
Stands and seagulls squawking. Gosh, we've been here bloody hours. Can't we go home yet? Look at the water. Water's boring. All it does is make you wet. Yeah, boring. Really boring.
We're gonna find some thingies in the pools and in the rocks. We're gonna shout and run about without the shoes and socks. And the seashore clean again. Thinking must be really wide. 'Cause we can't even see what's over on the other side. Na 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 na.
Mrs. Kate, is it alright if I take some of them for a game of football?
Yeah.
Who's for a game of football?
Bloody hell, they shouldn't leave things like this hanging about.
Robin!
Miss, when do we have to go home?
What's the matter, Carol, love? Aren't you enjoying yourself?
Yeah, but I don't want to go home. I want to stay here.
Carol, we're here for at least another hour yet. Why don't you start enjoying yourself instead of worrying about going home?
Because I don't want to go home.
Carol, it's a special day. It can't be like this all the time.
Why not?
I don't know, love. Look, why don't you go and have a game of footy?
Nah.
Come on, you two. You ready for a game of footy?
Miss football?
What for? Oh, you don't like football, do you? Football's boring. It's dead boring. It's boring, boring, boring.
We like football.
Well, come on then. Come on.
Miss where?
To play football, of course. You said you like football. Well,
We do. On the telly. Don't like playing it though. Football's dead.
ooh.
Alright, Chris.
Oh, here we go.
Get the drag.
Shut up, get your room.
Don't fear that. Go on. You coming for a walk with me, are you, miss?
Just watch it, Riley.
Leave it.
I'm just about sick of him.
Well, go and have a word with him then.
I've already tried that. I just say I can't seem to get through to her for a Brian.
I wonder if I could.
What are you scared of, miss?
You go back with the others.
What are you going to do?
Go on. Is Miss going to sort him out, sir? He needs sorting out, doesn't he, sir? It's all right, really, you know, when you get him on his own. Oh, and how do you know? I just do.
Oh, come on, girl.
Well, Brian, I'm here.
Hey, miss.
I'm all yours.
Get in there, lad.
Brian.
Don't mess, miss.
I'm not Oh, what's wrong?
I was only having a laugh, miss.
You mean, don't tell me you're going to being serious now, Brian.
I was only joking with you, miss.
Now you listen to me, Brian Riley. You're a handsome lad, but I suggest that in future you stick to your own league. Instead of trying to take on ladies who could break you into little pieces. All right.
Yes,
We'll
miss.
leave it at that then, shall we? Clear up, the lot of you. Go play football or something. I said go. Brian. You know what I was saying about leagues? Well, have you ever wondered whose league Lynn was in?
Linda Croxley. She doesn't fancy me. She's mad about Sir. No one else could get a look in.
I won't be too sure about that. I know you like her, yes you do, you know you do. I can't be sure, but I think that she likes you.
Go away, miss. You're nuts.
Baby, if you asked her out one night, she'd like to go anyway. There's no harm done, the worst thing she can say is no.
No chance.
Perhaps you think you never ever stand a chance with her. Maybe never even get a second glance from her. So where the hell's your confidence? All you need's a bit of
But I'm
nerve.
not good at.
Don't put yourself down, can't you see you're not so bad? Take a look at your reflection and you see a handsome lad. Perhaps you think you never ever stand a chance with her. Maybe never even get a second glance from her. So where the hell's your confidence? All you need's a bit of nerve. I know you like her, yes you do, you know you do. I can't be sure, but I think that she likes you. She likes you. I'll see you, Brian.
Well, at least I'm not like you ugly gets. I'm handsome.
Oh, come all in.
Oh, Miss got no dolly now.
Oh, Carol can go and go. Where is she? Who? Carol, I thought she was with you.
No, we haven't seen her for hours.
You haven't seen her at all. No?
We thought she was here.
You don't think that she could be lost? Don't say it. Perhaps you've seen her. Mr. Briggs? Ah, Mr. Briggs.
Is that it then? Are we going home?
Have you seen Carol Chandler in the last hour?
I thought I made it quite plain. I was having nothing more to do with your visit.
Have you seen Carol Chandler?
No, I haven't.
Well, you think she may have wandered off somewhere.
You mean you lost her?
You mean she may have wandered off somewhere?
Well, what's that if it's not losing her? All I can say is a bloody wonder you've not lost half a dozen of them.
Hey, listen, Briggs. It's about time someone told you what a Burke you were.
And you, listen, Sonny. Don't you try and tell me a thing because you haven't even earned the right. Don't you worry. When we get back to school, your number's up, as well as hers, and you. Yes, I saw what was going on between you and Riley. When we get back to school, I'll have the lot of you.
Would you mind postponing your threats until after we find Carol Chandler? At the moment, I'd say the most important thing is to find the girl.
Don't you mean try to find her?
Susan, you keep on playing football. We'll split up and look for her.
Why can't it always
Carol Chandler, just come here. Who gave you permission to come to these cliffs?
No one.
I'm talking to you, Miss Chandler.
Don't you come near me.
Pardon?
I don't want you to come near me.
Well, in that case, just get yourself moving and let's get back down to the beach.
You go. I'm not coming.
You what?
Tell Mrs. Cation going without me. I'm stopping here by the sea.
Listen, I've had just about enough today, just about enough. And I'm not putting up with a pile of silliness from the likes of you. Now, come on.
Try and get me and I'll jump over.
You what?
I told you. I told you, just leave me alone and I won't jump. I want to stay here where it's nice.
Listen, you stupid girl. I'll give you 5 seconds. Just 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm warning you. 5.
I told you, I'm not coming with you. I will jump in there, I will.
Just what are you trying to do to me?
I told you, just leave me alone and I won't jump. I want to stay here where it's nice.
Stay here. How could you, eh? Where would you live? How would you survive?
I'd be alright.
I've told you, stop being stupid.
What are you worried for? You don't care, do you? Do you?
What? About you? Listen, if I didn't care, why would I be up here now trying to stop you from doing something stupid?
Because if I jumped over, you get in trouble when you get back to school. That's why, Briggs, you to stop going on. You hate me.
Don't be ridiculous. Just because I'm a school teacher, it doesn't mean to say that.
Don't lie, you. I know you hate me. I see you going home in your car, passing us on the street, and the way you look at us. You hate all the kids.
What? Why'd you say that?
Why can't I just stay here and live in one of them nice white houses and do the garden and that?
Listen, Carol. You're talking as though you've given up on life. You're talking as though life for you is ending instead of just beginning. Now, why can't? I mean, if that's what you want, why can't? Well, what's to stop you from working hard at school from now on, getting a good job, and then moving out here when you're old enough?
Don't be so bloody stupid. It's been a great day today. I love this, and I don't ever want to leave here and go back. If I stayed here, though, it wouldn't be any good, would it? Then the coppers will come and get me, wouldn't you?
We'd have to. How would you survive out here?
I know. I'm not going back, though.
Carol, please come away from there. Please.
Sir, you know if you see my old fella, I returned out all right one night.
Carol, please.
Sir, you don't look half funny, you know.
Why?
You should smile more often. You look great when you smile.
Carol, please come away from there. Please.
What happened to me for doing this?
Nothing, I promise.
Promising now, but what about going back to school?
It won't even be mentioned, I promise. Now please, Carol.
Well, do you want me to keep him playing? Oh my God, look, Briggs' found her.
Aye, I'll bet he makes a bloody meal of it.
It doesn't matter, she's safe, that's the main thing.
We've been around the boat, she'll be straight home now.
Carol, where have you been?
On the cliff, Nick.
On the cliff?
It's alright, Mrs. K. We've been through all that. Now just let me deal with this.
Carol, the worry you caused.
Right, come on everybody, back to the coach, come on, to the coach.
So, back to school then?
School? Back to school? It's still early, isn't it? Anyway, you can't come all the way to the seaside and not pay a visit to the fair. You never know, Mrs. King. Play your cards right, and you might even get a ride on the waltzer.
Going on the waltzer, gonna have some fun. Gonna get dizzy, gonna get most fun. What belly can spread? Do you feel the wind with your hand? Going on the waltzer, gonna have some fun. Gonna get dizzy, gonna get most fun. What belly can spread? Do you feel the wind with your hand? Cannonballs and hot dogs, gonna get real sick. Look real crazy, can't kiss me quick. Think you better get that place, put everybody out. Say cheese.
What do you think? The fair, yeah? Born.
Right. That's one of the cake face of fair. Well, home again.
I've got some gems of you in here. I think I put one up in the staff room when they're developed.
Hey, one of me, what for?
Oh, don't you worry. I'm not going to let you forget the day you enjoyed yourself.
Perhaps you'd let me develop those. I could do them in the lab.
Would you? Oh, but I don't know. Using school facilities for personal gain. Thank you.
Thanks.
Are you glad you came?
Yeah,
It was brilliant, wasn't it?
it'll be the last trip I ever go on.
And why is that?
I'm leaving in the summer, aren't I?
And what's you going to do?
Nothing, I suppose. It's bleeding horrible when you look at it, isn't it?
What?
That, Liverpool.
Yeah.
We had a really great day out. We went to the beach when Dad ran about. We went to the zoo, the fair and castle too. Quickly let us sing and shout, coming back from our day out. Thanks from we had a lovely day. Thanks they're remiss if the cracker bits his cake. The best we ever had, even Rick did not so bad. Never seen him act that way. He must have had a lovely day. Climbing off the bus now back in Liverpool. Better get off home now for my tea. Looking at the streets, the playground and the school. Seems a long way from the sea. We had a really great day out. We went to the beach, went daft and ran about. We went to the zoo, the fair and castle too. Briggsy let us sing and shout, coming back from our day
Oh, my spot. Night, sir. Enjoyed yourself today, didn't you, sir? I didn't know you were like that, sir. All right for a laugh and that. See you, sir.
Night, Riley. Linda, we'll forget about the uniform this time, but don't let me catch you dressing like that for a school outing again.
Wasn't that a great day?
It was a cracker.
Come on. Karen, aren't you going home?
Mrs. Kate, I think somebody's forgot a small python.
What?
They're always forgetting something.
See you later. Night.
Good night.
Riley! 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 Hey! Are they bloody women?
Very well. I don't know about anybody else, but I'm in for a drink.
Oh, I'll second that.
Hey, they'll just be open.
You gonna join us?
No, I better not.
Oh, come on.
No, I've got lots of marking to do at home. Thanks all the same.
Well, if we can't twist your arm, thanks for today. All right, you two cars over there. Night.
Night.
Winston, get in this bloody house!
No one can take this time away. No matter what they do, no matter what they say, no one can steal something you just feel. And although the picture fades, no one can take this time away. Someone said the pictures just didn't turn out right. Someone said the shutter had been closed. Someone said the camera was pointing at the light, and the film had been exposed. But who needs a picture? Pictures always fade. Just get lost or stuck behind a drawer. I can always find a picture in my mind of some far distant shore. No one can take this time away. No matter what they do, no matter what they say, we couldn't give a touch 'cause it was brilliant magic boss. And although the picture fades, no one can take this time away. No matter what they do, no matter what they say, no one can steal something you just feel. And although the picture
staff in this school have been very at home here for the last few months, aren't there, Alan? Yeah, can I just say, first of all, a very big thank you for being such a super audience on the last night. There are so many names that I'd to thank that I won't even begin to name people. But can I just say thank you very much indeed to all the cast. You're absolutely brilliant. You can tell from the applause tonight, everybody's thoroughly enjoyed it. To all the staff who've been involved, to all the children who've been involved, backstage, PTFA, makeup teams, musicians, and I don't think the musicians have had a round of applause. Takes a lot of staff, a lot of pupils working long after the bell's gone at 3:15. So thank you very much for all your hard work. It has paid off. It has been really a super show. And now I think Katie wants to say something. Right, okay.
Mr. Gaskell? Here.
Thank you for shouting at us, screaming at us, making us feel that small. Even me.
Yeah. It's because you've worn that tag last year, and you wore it this year, so next year you've got to wear that one.
Thank you very much.
Well, I have very little to say. Luckily, Muriel's done all the thanking. The cast have been superb to work with. It's been a brilliant 4 months in many ways. In all ways, I'm not saying many ways. The thank yous that Muriel gave out, I'd like to repeat. Thank you to the PTFA, to Mrs Hamilton for the costumes, to Miss Voller and the production team who haven't really been mentioned. I'd like to bring on stage now. Mr Aspie probably won't appear because he's not smartly dressed enough. And especially to Mr Halliwell, who's been behind the screen all evening. Keith Halliwell, many of you will know, exquisite musician, smoker of big cigars, and all round good egg. Mr Halliwell, could you pop me in?
Thanks to everybody on behalf of this.
I'll go.
Yeah.
Thank you all for coming. Home tomorrow.
Okay. We were going to thank Mr Aspie for telling us to shut up about 50,000 times during that break. And I hope you've not lost your voice and they might bring me back in a bit. So Mr Halliwell, you've got your bottle of wine. And we'd also like to bring on stage Mr Fowler.
Sorting our costumes out if she's here.
And for screaming at us as well because we're pretty slow getting them together.
Yeah.
So Miss Hamilton's back. Thanks for being a really brilliant audience. I'm sorry we don't have presents to give to all you. We can't run out of money. But thanks a lot for all of us.
Thank you.
I won't be long. Just two people that I really need to say a huge thank you to. I'm not sure they're sitting this evening. That's Stacey Eden and Sarah Tickle. Many of you will know Stacey and Sarah. They were the wonderful Mrs Squeers and her beautiful daughter Fanny in last year's production. They left last year, but they've been back ever since. They've been on the stage more than they ever had before. As assistant directors, they've taken a lot of the pressure off me. They've been fantastic. I'm not sure where they are, but wherever they are, I think they're down there. Can we give them a round of applause?
Just see you.